Hey there, this is Kakarotvg. Welcome back to another episode of MinecraftForge Modding tutorials. Now, 1.6.3 or 1.6.4 came out recently, today, so I'm going to be going over updating our forge to 1.6.4. So, first thing we need to do is, as usual, download the source, although I'm going to check the change log to check what all has been changed. Alright, so download the source. Skip ad, and then move the download to your desktop. Come on. Alright. Let's move Forge to your desktop. I don't know why it didn't automatically unzip it. I'll be right back. Alright, back. Fixed it. So now we need to go into our tutorial modding. Move Forge in here. Click replace. Let it finish. And in here, I'm going to edit build.xml. Text edit. Obfuscate underscore srg.sh. This makes it so we don't have to re-obfuscate every single time. We don't have to re-update our mod every time there's a new update for Minecraft. It basically automatically updates, sort of. I'm not sure. Now, in Forge, as usual, chmod plus x, install the sh, install the sh, and this may take a while, so I'm going to pause recording and come back once it has been finished. Okay, we're back. So MinecraftForge setup has finished, and you can tell that by here. So now let's get everything set up. So MCP, Eclipse. We need to copy this. Get rid of this. Paste this here. Alright. So now we open up Eclipse again. And browse. Tutorial modding. Eclipse. Okay. And let Eclipse build the workspace. And yada yada yada. Alright. Well, since you're going to be taking a little while, come on. Thank you. Okay, first things first. Right click, properties, build path, order and export, select all, edit resources, link to resources, edit the MCP lock, change it to /forge/MCP/ hit OK. Hit OK here. Now go to Eclipse preferences or window preferences, whatever your depends on what operating system you're using. Now under appearance, color theme. You can download the Eclipse color theme on the Eclipse marketplace, and you can use Sublime Text too. And yeah, and then you can use Dark Juno, which I had a link in the description of the first video I made. Or like Death Seekers said in a comment on the first video, you can download the Chrome theme and edit the whatever the file was that it uses. So yeah, I just prefer to use Dark Juno because it's already done. And then Java, code style, formatter, edit. Anytime now. Thank you. Okay. So use spaces to indent and wrap lines. Spaces only. Statements within switched body. Empty lines. Actually, don't need to do that. Braces. Let's see. White space. Don't care. Blank lines. Don't care. New lines. After labels. At end of file. Don't care about that. Annotations. Don't do that either. Control statements. Keep simple if on same line. Don't care. Line routing. 800. And comments. Line width. 800. Now alright, remove blank lines, off and on tags, whatever. And edit this to say custom, hit OK. Now clean up, edit, Custom. Format source code. Remove trailing white space. Correct indentation. Organize imports. Code style. Use blocks. Convert for loops to enhance. Use parentheses and expressions. I don't really care. Use modifier final. Missing code. Serial version ID. This is useful if you're making like GUIs for like normal Java GUIs, not Minecraft GUIs. That's entirely different. Add unimplemented methods. Unnecessary code. Alright. Hit OK. Now, what I just did, you don't have to do. You can have it set up any way you feel like it. I just have it set up this way to make things easier for me to read and use. Yeah, so hit apply, hit OK. Now restart Eclipse. Okay, let Eclipse shut down. Okay, now restart Eclipse. And same workspace. Paid no attention to these. I have to grade essays. So annoying. Hate grading. Alright, now, I don't care about you. We don't need task list. Outline. No, move it right about there. And move this over. Now, right here, change the package presentation to hierarchical. So I really don't like the way flat looks. It's just really weird. I don't know why. Okay, so now that Minecraft's all up and running, so now we need to create a new Java project. Project name, tutorial, modding. It needs to be Java SE 1.6. If you're on Mac, if you're on Windows, I am not quite sure. But on Mac, I can honestly tell you, Java SE does not work. Java SE 7 does not work with Minecraft for a odd reason. Delete. Alright. Now, you need to go into Properties, Java Build Path, Projects, Add, Minecraft, OK, Order and Export, top, hit it. Properties. Okay, now hit OK. Alright, so now we want to create our new folders. Advance, link to alternate source location, browse, tutorial modding, tutorial mod VG, common, open, finish. New folder. Advance, link to alternate source location, browse, resources, open, finish. Select both of these, right click, build path, use your source folder. Now you should have errors. There you go. There's the errors. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix the errors. So under mobs, anytime now. Thank you. Add and implemented methods. Return. This dot actually before I do that, okay, this we do not need. This change to get animal, get tut animal texture, return this dot get this dot get tut animal texture, entity tutorial animal entity. And there you go. Very simple, huh? I always want to have this open. Always. I always want to have this maximized. Render tutorial mob. Fix this. Change this to get entity texture. Change this to get tut mob texture. Get tut mob texture. Back. I'm sorry about that. I had to take care of something. And now tile entity. Let's fix these. Okay. So here we cannot have the function. We need to change it to bind texture. Bind texture. And then this change to FML client handler dot instance dot dot get client, and that will take away the vanilla code. Okay, so that takes care of that. And we need to do that with the chest renderer. This dot bind texture just to make sure. What was it? Before 11.0628A. So just to make sure of that, let's go into tutorial modding. Forge MCP conf and methods.csv with text edit, and I forgot it again. Function. Okay, so function 11.0628A. So 11.0628 A is bind texture. Okay. Good. Now it's just to make sure. Change. See which one's large. G is small, D is large. So chest text resource large chest resource chest resource chest. I cannot spell it. Resource large chest resource chest. Here we go. That takes care of the tile entities. Okay. So now GUI tutorial block GUI. Which, by the way, I did figure out how to do a chest GUI, and I will do a tutorial on that either next or later. Probably later. 135053 underscore A. So methods.csv, open with text edit, and F 135053 underscore A is get string. Get string. Get string. Okay. find texture. GUI resource lock. GUI resource lock. Now the 110434. 110434. K is get texture manager. Get texture manager. Ta-da. Okay, so now in the entity class, start mobs. I can't exactly remember how to do that, so I have to go to the Minecraft source code, source net dot Minecraft dot entity. Best way to do this is go to entity passive and entity. Let's go to entity pig. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, so they brought back the movement speed. So, dang. Just Command C. Copy that. Then in here, so this guy's health is 40. Okay. So set the max health to 40. Okay. Now entity tutorial mob. Same here. And that takes care of the entities. The mob entities. Now we need to go to the tile entity tutorial block entity. Oh, which, by the way, I now know how to do side, top, and bottom textures. So I will be getting into that in a little bit, in a few tutorials. So let's see what's erroring in here. Let's see. Where's the error? There it is. So that's a field. So now we want to open fields.csv. Open with text edit. So in here we want to look for 111034. CE. Is cold block. Okay. That's funny. Okay then. Now that's it. We have officially updated our mod to 1.6.3. Let's check. Or 1.6.4 actually. And I forgot to set the run configuration. Okay. Run configurations. Duplicate. Modded. Arguments. 3G. Apply class path, add projects, tutorial modding, okay. Hit apply, hit run. And there's our 4 mods active. I really wonder why that's not 1.6.4. It showed that in the normal Minecraft. Okay. Creating world. Creative. Creating world. Oh yeah, I realized, with the nether generation, it was not generating the metadata block. It was actually not doing what it was supposed to at all. So after going through it for like, I don't know, maybe an hour, hour and a half, I did finally figure out how to do it, and I did change the code, so I will go into that in a second. What the heck? That's weird. Hmm. Yeah. Okay then. I will be right back as soon as I... Okay, so it appears to be a vanilla issue, actually, with normal MinecraftForge issue. So I will resume this tutorial as soon as it has been fixed. Okay, we are back. So after Lex Manos released a new version of Forge, and after I updated, the world creation seems to be working again. So let me optimize my workspace real quick. And there we go. Okay. Don't pay attention to this yet. I created new packages in the handlers. We're going to be reorganizing all this. Move this into armor. Move this into blocks. Move this into creative tabs. Move this into crop handler. Move this into IDs. Which, by the way, we'll be getting into that again in a second. Put this into items. Put this into items. Put this into liquids. Put this into crafting. Put this into tile entity. Put tool handler into tools. Put event handler into events. Okay, so those are our handlers sub packages. Now we need to do some editing with the ID class, just so this is more organized. So create new class. Block IDs. Public static void configure block IDs. Configuration config. Import that. Nate.MinecraftForge.com and configuration. Okay, so now back in ID handler. Take the block ID. Dang it. Take the block IDs out. Paste them up here. Format. Take block IDs out. Paste that here. And take block IDs out. And paste that here. Format. Okay, but those aren't the only blocks. Dang, what the heck? So, since those aren't the only blocks, and liquids, crops, well, most of liquid, most of crop, and the tile entities count as blocks, we're going to be putting those IDs in there too. So, copy these over. Copy these over. Get rid of this. Get rid of these. Keep it. And get rid of this. Get rid of this. And get rid of these. As well as this. Copy this. Then get rid of this. And I am laggy. Go to back to ID handler. Copy this. delete. Cut those, paste it out, and there. So 302, 03, 04, 05, and 06. Okay, so now back in ID him. Create new class, item IDs, and back in ID handler. Cut these over. Hey then. That was weird. Place that over. Back in ID handler. Public static void configure. Hold on. Configure item IDs. Configuration. Config. Import that. And then paste that in. Format and save. And then we need to get the other item IDs. So just the bucket, season, food. Command X. Handler. Back in ID handler. Format and save. That takes care of the block IDs. Now as you guessed, tool IDs. Tool IDs. Public static void. Configure tool IDs. Configuration. Config. Alright, import the MinecraftForge.com configuration. Now back in ID handler. Back in ID handler. And then again in ID handler. Back to tool IDs. Format and save. And then 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. So yeah, there are 4,000. So the block IDs for the block IDs that you can use for your mod it just so you know is ID 1 through 4096. But remember, Minecraft uses vanilla Minecraft uses some of those IDs, so you want to be careful which ones you use. I would use like above 900 ID 4 or 500. Anything above that should be fine. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. So it's the tool IDs, ID handler. And this is all, we already have this. So now we change ID handler, refactor, rename to armor IDs. Jacob! 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 You need to go to mommy's room, go to her bathroom, and say hi to mommy. She wants you to. Now. Okay, we are back. I am sorry about that. My brother decided to walk in. And I do not like it when he does that. So we're going to reconfigure these tool IDs. Import that. Okay. Really, I hate lag. Copy this. Block IDs. Tool IDs. Item IDs. Import everything. Dot. Come on. Configure block IDs. Configure item IDs. Configure item IDs. Configure tool IDs. Okay. Tile entity handler. Change armor IDs to block IDs. Import it. Okay. Liquid handler. Crop handler. And block handler. Import that. Done with block handler. Liquid handler. Or crop handler. Import that. Now liquid handler. Import that. Import that. And import it, format and save, and we're done with all EIDs. Almost. Events. Change this. Block handler dot. No, not block handler. Liquid handler dot tutorial liquid dot block ID. Just make sure. Okay, good. Format and save. X that out. One more thing. Items. Import. Format and save. We're done reformatting that. Now I'm going to create a new package. Dot info. And here I'm going to put reference and tutorial mod info into the info package. And there we go. Okay, now in tutorial generator. So, I recently found this tutorial that explains metadata blocks, and it also says a simpler way to do this stuff. So, this code right here, just copy it down. Move over here so you guys can see. Just copy all that down. Right here it shows you all the parameters. So yeah. And int and int. And it will tell you what is an int, what is world, what is random, all that stuff. So this is for the normal world, world's unmineable, yada yada yada. The metadata is for so that we can get the metadata. Right here you have to have the target here, otherwise it won't register as the metadata version. And then down, oh my gosh, laggy, stupid thing. And then you have to is Minecraft run? No, stupid thing. Alright, so then you have to, for the nether one, basically the same except without the target. Yeah, it's basically just the same, except we need to use world gen mineable nether. And up here, this to add ore spawn, add ore spawn 2. Block handler, the block you want to spawn, and then the metadata, and then the target for up here. For me, for down here, you just need to do the target, the metadata, which is the 1, and then the chunks, the XD, the 16 by 16, this way it's a chunk, the amount that spawns, 6 plus random done next in 8, and 50, which is the chance, 2, which is the min X value, min Y value, and 128, which is the max Y value. So on the surface, you're going to want to have this be, like, I don't know, maybe 256, just in case, just so that it will spawn, and in mountains too. So yeah, that's basically it for now. We've gone through all the reformatting, the reorganizing. That's it for today. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, so I probably should have mentioned this earlier, guys, but block IDs for your blocks must be of ID 4096 and below. Item IDs range, I believe, to 36,000, something like that. So just cover that. And when you change the IDs in your mod, you must delete the config file. Just to let you know. Alright.